Hello again, fellow nerds. Today's video, we have got Combat Patrol 69 and 70. I'm going to be building the Goliath Rockgrinder. We got in these magazines, so we've got the instructions on how to build this, obviously. This is really frustrating, you know. A lot of these are stuck together. I guess it's from where the machine has punched the hole in them. Doesn't make good for collectors. What else is in this magazine? We've got a little bit about the Faithful of the Star Children, and then there's a short story involving the orcs, a little bit of lore with the orcs as well, Rockgrinder stats, and then a couple of campaigns, Genestealer Cult versus orcs, and Genestealer Cult versus the League of Voltan, which I actually didn't know until recently even existed. Yeah, dwarves. Which leads us on to the Combat Patrol as well, the actual Combat Patrol that you can buy. 71 looks pretty good. We've got the Cadian Command Squad. Also got that somewhere underneath the desk. I'll be building those at some point as well. Issue 70 continues with how to paint the Rockgrinder. I'm probably going to leave the wheels off. And I'll probably keep the crew out as well, so I can paint them before I put them in. Having learnt in the past, it's slightly easier to paint some of the models when they're not completely assembled. I probably will follow this quite closely. A couple of things I won't follow. I feel like I want to make this, like, I don't know, red? It's like the fuel, or maybe green? Thinking maybe I'll go green on the whole thing, make it look more military. I don't know. Maybe I will follow it because it is actually a mining vehicle, isn't it? It's not really a military vehicle. Who knows? I'll get to that. I'll probably follow that quite closely, though, to be fair. Might change a little bit. Maybe I'll make that green so it looks like a bit of a green canopy over there or something. I don't know. We'll get to that. Then there's a little bit about the Cult with Four-Armed Emperor, a little bit of Genestealer lore. And then a couple of scenarios at the back involving the Goliath Rockgrinder. Anyway, let's get those out of the way. Let's start building this Rockgrinder. Ta-da! There's lots of little bits on this, isn't there? I'm going to need the instructions, aren't I? Let's bring 69 back over here. I don't know, maybe you can build it without this, but I prefer to follow the instructions and not just be reckless. So what have we got? Let's have a look. What do I need? I need part 1, which is this bit, is it? Yes, it is. Let's get started. We've got the Neophytes in the background there watching their vehicle be prepared. I guess they could use it as cover as they move into battle. Right, that's part 1, yeah? So that's going to be like that. Okay. So then we need part 37, which is this part. Conveniently just span around. Right, how does that go then? So that goes like that, I guess. Go underneath. Interesting. So that's going to go like that then. I wonder why they went for the up and over there. See, if you notice this bit's under, but that bit is over. Unless I'm putting that together wrong. No, that's right. Okay. That's weird. There must be some sort of logic behind that. Anyway, let's get some glue on there. So that bit goes over and that bit goes under. I love how quick this is to actually, like, stick. It's almost instant, you know. I'm realizing I put a little bit too much on there. Let's just put that to the side for a second. What's that next part? 17. Where are you? 17. That's this part, isn't it? Yes. Where does that go? It goes like that. It goes up here. Like that, I think. Let's turn that over. It would seem so. Like that. Yeah. I always put these together. I always dry test them first. Get a good look at where they go. That was a good bit of advice that somebody gave me before I started this hobby. I've just realised that's coming. It's a good job I noticed that. It was coming a little bit wonky, that. Yeah, somebody that I know before I started this hobby said always dry test or dry run the model first. Make sure you've got a good eye for where it actually will be and what's connected. So that's all going to connect there and then the edge. So pretty much just glue all of that, I guess. I might have put too much on there. I guess it's better to have too much than too little. That's what she said. It's not very flush, some of this. There we go. A few little adjustments. Keeping my eye on that bottom part so it doesn't go wonky. It looks a bit wonky, doesn't it? Looks like it goes lower this side. Interesting. Yeah, we'll get to that. Okay, so what's next? Part 23. What does part 23 look like? I think it's this part here. Yes, it is. Yeah, I'm going to turn that around. Do you ever forget which parts you've actually cut and then just go to recut the same part? Right. Let's get this glue out of the way. Okay, where does this part go? This part goes here, apparently. Like that, by the looks of it. What the heck? I think that's supposed to go like that. Have I done this wrong? That's supposed to be flush with that, but it's not flush with that. So that's flush like that. That's not. Okay. Like that. Then that's not flush. Yes, that's gonna be not quite flush. Makes me think I've done this top part here wrong. These are very fiddly, these models. These are way more difficult than all of my Tyranids were. Unless that doesn't go flush. I guess I've got two choices here. I either make the top bit flush as it is like that, and then you can see under here, this is not flush. Or I can make that bit flush, and then maybe cover. No, I'm going to go like that. That's going to be slightly, it's going to be a slight gap, I guess. I'm not sure that's supposed to. Don't really know how I can fix that. I mean, this is flush. This is like if there's, I can't even feel a groove, maybe a tiny bit of a groove there. But like it's all completely level. Like there's no groove there at the top. It's all completely flush. Force that up a little bit. Does that fit? Ah. Well, I'm gonna go like that. Whatever. Where's the most contact? It's practically not connecting. I feel like that needs to go up more. I feel like I've put it too low. And that's why that won't go flush. Because that looks like it's supposed to be underneath. Like that. Ah, there we go. So this part was slightly too low. I put it... Anyway, yeah, it's fixed now. Oh, actually, that, you know, that's really in there. Okay. Wow, okay. Well, that's that done. Let's get some glue on there. We want some on top of there as well. And then some on the bottom. Oh, I got a really shaky hand today. Right, let's get that in. That was really confusing me. It just needed slightly raising. That was all. Now it fits nice. Right, okay. I'm going to need to hold that. Because this is a little bit wonky. I guess because it's so thin, the plastic, the resin. It's neither, is it? At the moment, it's like a plastic resin hybrid. Let's just hold that for a minute. At least that's nice and flush now. I don't have to worry about that. Not that I was particularly worried. Once it's all put together, it tends to come together, doesn't it? And there's always the green stuff you can fill the little gaps with if you need to. What else do I need? So, where are we? So we've just put 23 in. So now we need 6 and 3. There's 6. There's 7. Is that 6 there? No. 6. So 6 goes on here, like so. See, why can't they all just fit that easily? Oh shit, I just put my finger on the glue. Yeah, wipe that on the towel that I've got down here. Let's try it again, shall we? There's going to be a point of contact as well. Slap that in there. Beautiful. Oh, more on my finger. There we go. That looks cool. Starting to come together. What else do we need? Number 3. Number 3. Where are you? This bit? Yes, it is. There's an excessive amount of contacts. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. It's pretty secure. So let's try not to drop that down there. So that's going to go on there like that, right? Yes. Awesome. You know, that literally clips on. That's nice and easy as well. What points of contact have we got? Of course, now I can't put it back on. Right, okay. What points of contact do we have? I mean, it's already labelled on there. So it's pretty much all of that across the bottom. Okay. So in there. In there. And pretty much all of this edge part. Beautiful. Fantastic. I'm really bad at kind of filing off these mold lines, these bits where it clips. It doesn't actually bother me that much. I guess it does bother some people. I've got loads of glue in places I didn't want it. How the heck did I get that there? That's interesting. Okay, what's this? I just nearly missed that. 30. 30. Where's 30? 30. The 33rd of the 3rd. Is that going to be on here somewhere? Oh, this is really heavy, this one. Gosh. There's so many on this. I can't imagine it would be not on this part. Where's the... Aha! Look at that little... Look at that! How tiny. Hello! What the heck is that? Be very careful not to lose that. And where does that even go? In there? Really? Okay. Yikes. Now I need some twitch. You know what? I might use these. There we go. What a little tiny detail. And I've put it on wonky as well. My OCD is never going to let me live that down. That's got to be straight. There we go. Right, okay. What are we on next? So we need part 7. 7? Goes over the other wheel arch by the looks of things. Let's make sure that that's on the right place. Yeah, buddy. So points of contact to the top, the back, and the bottom. I don't know why my hands are so shaky today. Getting old. There we go. I keep saying that. I'm not really getting old. I'm not that old. Not yet, anyway. Okay. I don't like that. I'll give that bit of cardboard a little. I need a cotton bud or something to clean the excess glue off. I don't know what's going on there. Right, okay, that's done. Stop procrastinating over these little things. So we need 44 on the back. 44, wherefore art thou? It's this big one, isn't it? Yes. Guys, if you enjoy these videos, you enjoy watching and just hearing me talk nonsense, then please give us a like. Maybe a little subscribe if you're feeling generous. If not, that's okay too. Maybe you don't like it. Maybe you're not here anymore. Maybe nobody's here. Maybe I'm talking to myself. I do that quite a lot. Oh, that fits perfectly. Wasn't it Oscar Wilde who said that talking to himself is the only way that he'll have intelligent conversation? Maybe it wasn't him. I don't know. Somebody smarter. Somebody smarter than me. Let's... Oh, why is that not? Oh, it is. Just need to look. Oh, no, what's that? Something is preventing that. That's that little nub there. Needs to be cleaned off. There we go. Is that on? What are they, lights? Is that the back or the... Oh, that's the back. Anyway. For God's sake. These are my marbles over here. So that goes like that. So we need part 32, which is going to go on here by the looks of things. Part 9, which goes up here. So where is part 9? Part 9 is there. What was the other part? Part 32. There it is. So part 9 goes there like that. Yes, okay, so let's glue the edge here. God, what is wrong with my hands? And let's slap a little bit on there as well. Blah, 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 blah. Does that come all the way to the edge here? It does, doesn't it? Blah, 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 blah. Slap some on there as well. And plonk that on top. Looking good. This bit goes there, doesn't it? Yes, it does. Okay. So we'll slap a little bit in there. And some sort of crazy pattern like that. Ta-da! Those little details really do add up, don't they? Right, I need the next page. So we're putting the front on now then, are we? Okay, quite there's loads of little bits, isn't there? 11, 11, 34, 35. So we need part 8 first, which looks like it might be this. It reminds me of the head of like some sort of robot, like they're the eyes. This is the chest piece. Something like Ed 209 or something. Okay, so that goes on the front there, right? Oh, that fits lovely as well. I was bad-mouthing this model earlier, but why is this glue not coming out? Oh, there we go. As it's coming together, it's actually, you do kind of grow to appreciate just how intricate it is. Maybe I should have put something on the bottom here as well. And just how meticulous they are with the design. Because it would be very easy for it to just go hugely wrong, wouldn't it? And we're working with like less than millimeters. Yeah, that looks cool. I like that. It's really taking shape, that, isn't it? Neophytes in the background. Come on, get it together. We've got invasions to carry out. 11 and 35. So these are tiny, man. Look at these. Let's get this out of the way. It doesn't feel like we need those just yet. So they're just in the way. Right, we've got 2 11s. God, don't want to lose those. Just put those there. And 34 and 35. So 35 is there we are. 34. Hey, drop the clippers. 34 is there. 35 is there. This is really... Sometimes I feel like these need to be longer, the points. Sometimes I struggle to get in, and I don't want to damage... I mean, I guess I could clip the sprue, like... just to kind of get shit out of the way. Like that. Actually, went flying across the room. Anyway, yeah. So that happened. Let's just put this out of order for a second. So where do these go? So these go on top. Wow. I really do need tweezers. Yeah, okay, right. I have to go and find that little bit of plastic. My dog's going to eat it. I really don't want her to eat that. Let's use these to put that in there. Shit. Oh no, come on. Get in there, you bugger. I put that in the wrong way round. Maybe I have. If it goes in that one. Wow, I am really struggling with this. Why is that? I managed to get stuck in between. Aha! I put it in the wrong side, that's why. There we go. That was easier. Always helps if you put it in the right side, doesn't it? Right, where do these other bits go? 34 and 35. Say what now? So they go like that. Oh, on here. Oh, they're easy. They're a lot easier. So we'll just put a little dab in there, little dab in there, dab on there. I say a little bit, loads have just come out. Sucks to be me. They look like they can go on, doesn't matter which side. That was easier. That was a lot easier. Right, we need 31. Where are you at? 31, there you are. 108, 109. I've just put the other sprue away and they're on the other sprue, aren't they? You son of a... Here's one I made earlier. 108, 109. There's 108. What is that? A sledgehammer? Poke. Oh, that didn't work. Where's 109? Would have thought it'd been right next to it. Maybe it is and I'm just overlooking. What's it even look like? It's like a pipe. Yeah, down the bottom. Wow, this is really, really delicate. Be careful with that. There we go. Fortunately, that fell in my lap. Okay, so 31 goes on there. What's going on? Is my glue running out? It is running out. Put that all over the place. Nice and easy. Have I put that in right? Yes. Yeesh. How does this go? Goes in there. Freaking hell. Was there really any necessity for this? Could they not have just had that printed on? I feel that's going to snap. Okay. I'm wondering whether ladies, because they've got, or people with smaller hands in general, not just ladies, I guess, find this easier. Because they got more a genteel touch. I think that's right. I mean, it's staying like that. If it's not right, it's tough. Okay, so where does this go? There. Yes, apparently. How's that going to stay on there? I guess we're just going to slap glue all over that. Come on, glue, stop being annoying. There we go. Let's just stick a bit of glue on there like that. Okay, that worked. That'll do. I am going to need that to be straight though. Once again, OCD. Yeah, okay, that's going to work. What do I need? 26 and 27. 26 and 27 are on the other sprue. God damn you. Exhaust pipe looking things. There we go. What was that? 26? 27. I don't know why I keep putting that sprue out of the way. Might as well keep it over here now. Is that flush? Yes. Let's slap some glue on there. I'm going to need another one of these soon, aren't I? Where is that up to? Maybe like a third? Probably lasts a lot longer than I think it will. To be fair, I have put quite a substantial amount of models together. Ah, shit. I just murdered one of the Neophytes. Poor lad. Just over there minding his business. Ah, more glue on my hand. Get out of it. Ah, look, I got a bit of the towel stuck to my finger now. Go away. Okay. So that goes... Eh? Wait, what? Like there? Think? It doesn't seem right. Oh, yes, it does. It goes on that bit. Oh, there we go. Wow, okay. I was thinking that didn't seem right. Try and get as many points of contact on there as possible. I don't want it to come off. Okay, so that's going to go on there like that. I probably should have glued those pipes at the bottom as well. Oh well, doesn't matter. Okay, that's coming together. What do we need? 110. No, wait. 10 and 111. 10, I can see it out of the corner of my eye. There it is. Let's just stick that on first. So 10 is going on there like that. Oh. Oh, shit. I mean, it will go on there in a minute. If my fat fingers... How is this so difficult? There we go. Wait, Knocked it back out again. That goes in there like that. Doesn't seem right. Okay, whatever. Gosh. Here we go. Right, just get in there, will you? There we go. Glue on my mat. Never mind. Right, what else do we need? 111 45s. Let's have a look. The 45s on here. No. Be the answer to that. Um, 111 is there though. Right down the bottom. Where are the 45s? The 45s even look like little pipes. Sometimes it's easier just to look for the you I says, and then you can't find it. The heck? Maybe they were on the other one. No, what? It's 45. Does anybody else have this much difficulty finding the pieces, or is it just literally just me? It's 45. Why can't I see them? Aha! These little tiny things over here, look. Bloody hell. Yeah, okay. Right. Is that necessary? Right, so 45 goes up here. I mean, 111 goes up here like that, right? Okay, that's nice and easy. Almost broke it. There we go. Ta-da! And these ones go in here by the looks of it. Gosh. Take a deep breath. Oh, snap, it went straight in. Oh, it's too good to be true. Oh, I had it then. There we go. Love and life. Right, next one. What are we on to? Next page. Oh, wow. Right, 13. That's on here. Yes, it's there. Which parts of these need to be cut off? Be careful with that. Yeah, all the way down. Done it way too many times where I've just cut the wrong piece off. Where does that go? This around. Goes on the back there. What? Oh, around the wrong way. Just like that. That does not seem right. But apparently it is. Okay. Interesting. So, okay. Sword geezer. Doesn't look right, that, does it? Apparently it is, though. I always get a bit worried when stuff doesn't quite look right. Okay, whatever it is. So now then, 88, 89, and 24. They're all on the other one. I saw them. Where are you? There's 80. Right, where's 88 first? There's 88. So there's 88. Let's cut that off. Bloody hell. How delicate. So then 89 was down here somewhere. There it is. Uh, 24. Where's 24? There. Get out of the way. So that's 88. And then it goes like that. Holy shit, this is very delicate. I think I might actually just do that. Put it together once it's in there. Whilst it's saying assemble it down here, I feel like it would be easier to assemble once it's in here. So let's plonk that in there with my super shaky hands. Then I can put a little bit of that's easier, way easier. And then that in there. With a teensy bit of glue on the end of there. Gosh, I do not like this at all. There we go. Wow. I wonder how long it's going to be before that breaks. Oh no, look. I took some of the white stuff off because of the glue. No! I like this map. Golden maple. You also made the brushes that I bought to paint the miniatures with. Very good brushes. Right, so we need this here. You can see there's like a cover on it. Why would you cover up all of this detail? That makes no sense to me. I don't think I'm going to put that on. I think I'm going to leave that so I can paint some detail on. Yeah, I'm not going to put that on. What part is that? Anyway, I digress. What do we need? What do we need? We need 19, 20... no, we don't. We need 18? 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. Okay. Pretty confident they're all on this one. So, what we got? 18? Let's put the clippers around the right way first. I say around the right way. I always put it flush, so the flat back against the... Maybe I'm doing that wrong. Somebody tell me in the comments below. Or don't. It's up to you. I don't control you. You control yourself. Do whatever you like. So that's 18, 19. Let's see how cack-handed I can hold those. Uh, 20. Where's 21 and 22? Oh, they're right next to it. Oh! Okay. So they're obviously the ends. What we got here? So 18, that's the bottom, right? Yeah, okay. And then we're going to want one of those on each side by the looks. I'm so heavy-handed sometimes. What? Okay. Even though that's a tiny, 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 like a hair width, it's still in. There you go. It was still affecting it. Okay. Let's be gentle with that. That should just go straight on. No, what's interfering? Sometimes if it's a really, really thin part, I just let this do its magic and melt it a little bit before I put something on. Sometimes I don't even bother to shave it. Why is that not? Oh, there we go. Holy crap. Oh, why does that keep twisting in my hand like some sort of menace? There we go. I feel like this could have been printed out better as well. So 20 is that piece, and that goes on the back. Holy cow. So that needs to go inside that like that. Right, okay. I feel like I should have started with that back part. Okie dokie. Okie dokie. I actually love that TV show. Just realising some of you might not have even seen that show. It's from Fallout. There we go. That's pretty good. I think I need to cut that bit off. I don't think that's supposed to be on there. I think I've not cut it far enough. Oh, hey, that hit me in the eye. Jerk. Okay, where does that go? Down here. Yeah, okay, lovely. Oh, lovely. Simply, simply lovely. That goes. I don't know why I'm making whistling noises. Please don't judge me. Yeah, I think I'm gonna put some under there too. I don't know, I'm just gonna slap it all over the place. Let's just do that, yeah. Can't hurt, can it? So that goes there. Okay. Oh, look at that little You bugger. That's going to annoy me. Yeah, I'm going to need to file that. That can be done later. I'm not doing it now. Okay, so that is on. I'm not going to put number 40 on. I don't want to cover this up. I don't like the fact that you're covering the detail up. I know that's the intricacies of the machine in, like, you know, real world. You don't want to have that exposed because it could easily be sabotaged, but I think it looks cooler, so I'm going to leave that off. What's next? We've got the canopy type lid part. Which it doesn't tell me what number it is, but whatever, it's there. I can see it, it's 29. Yeah, why is that not on there? Who cares? Anyway, let's cut this off of the sprue. So that goes like that. 90 and 107. Well, they're going to be on the other sprue, aren't they? 90. 107. Sounds like a darts game. Now, that's that dog here. Looks like that goes like that. Yes, okay. Let's drip some glue in there. Stick that in. Plonk. And then stick some glue in there. Or I could, you know, miss the hole. Beautiful. 108 on the back. Oh, 118. I misread that. Like that. Interesting. That was a little bit confusing. Well, it was for me anyway. I don't know if it was confusing for you or not. Probably not. There we go. That's... Oh, hold on. That looks wonky. I don't want that wonky. That goes on there. Or not. Why is that not going on there? What have I not done properly? It does go on there. Ah, just needs a little bit of a clipping. Uh-oh. Yeah, okay, right. I see. This is why I see some people will paint these before they're completely assembled. Because now putting this on top of here is going to make all of that in there much more difficult to paint. Oh well. is what it is. I'll be able to get a brush in there, maybe slap a bit of paint in there. Maybe I won't paint it. See, this is the frustrating thing about these models. Because I'm now just noticing that 14 is going to go on the back here, which covers all of that up inside. I know nobody's going to see that, but you can see, let me see if I can get that on the camera. There we go. You can see there's like little details in there. There's some little hooks and some vents, and then obviously the buttons for the door. Yeah, the GoPro doesn't focus very well close up. It's not really designed for this. Really should get a dedicated camera. Anyway, yeah, we're going to forget that exists in there. That looks at it. We're going to stick number 14 on the back and hide it all. Shh, I won't tell if you don't tell. Tell what? What's there to tell? So that goes on there like that, and yeah, we'll never know, I guess. No, that needs to go like, oh shit, what have I done? That's going to need to go like that. Fact. Yeah, okay, alright. I should have put that on first, and then put the other thing on top. Never mind. It's not the end of the world. It's the end of the world as we know it. It's not the end of the world. Christ, if I can actually do it. There we go. Oh, scheisse. What? I literally just put it in there and it went in easily. Now it won't go in. There we go. Job done. Yeah, I caught that right up, didn't I? I should have put that other piece in. I should have put that on top after I'd put that in. I'm now realising. Okay. So now we've got all of these little wheel bits to put on number two. There should be 4. Yes, there is. Wow. They're really not easy to cut out. They're so tight. That was a little bit easier. There's really not much wriggle room. Wriggle a room. I said wiggle room. Release Roderick. So we don't have a Roderick, sir. All these pop culture quotes you get here. You don't get those anywhere else. You probably do. Probably get them everywhere. Let's slap this glue in all of those bits. I'm not going to put the wheels on. Stray dog hair there. I'm just going to put these in. I feel like putting the wheels on would just hinder painting under here. Or base coating. That's pretty much all I'm going to do. I think I'll probably base coat this with a black. What I've got up there. Yeah, I've got a Citadel color Chaos Black. I'll probably use that. I might buy grey, actually. I don't know. Maybe a grey would be a better choice for this, seeing as it is mostly grey once it's painted. Where? Uh-oh. Check the detail shot above to see the correct... How would you even put it on like that? You'd be some sort of buffoon. Okay. Imagine you put them on like that. If you put them on like that in the past, you're a buffoon. And that's all I've really got to say about that. Okay, so... we're getting there. What's next? Put the 2s on. Need number 33, which is the ladder, which is on the other sprue. Where are you? Up there? Oh, yeah, that didn't work. One day that's going to work. So that's going to go on the back, right? Where does that go then? There? What? Goes on there like that. Ah, like that. Okay, okay. Interesting. There's another stray bloody dog hair there. Get lost. Oh, what's going on here? That's weird. Went all watery. I did not like that. So they go in those 2 holes there, and they go in those 2 holes there. Ta-da! In fact, they don't go. Not real well, anyway. It's quite poorly designed, that part. So the ladder is on. So now we need to start putting together this gun. Well, we got 46 and 49. Not on the... What are these? What's this? 36 and 21. Oh, we've got 4 and 5. So we need to cut those off. So I need 46 and 49. They're on the other sprue, obviously. Because they're not on there. There's not much left on that one. There we go. There's 46. 49 is right next to it, conveniently. Actually worked. Woo! So that's going to be glued together like that. Okie dokie. Come on, glue. Out you come. Don't be shy. God, that was a mess. Yeah, didn't say I was a surgeon. Definitely not. Couldn't ever be a surgeon. So now we need to glue these 2 together. Definitely don't have the steady hands to be a surgeon. Maybe a tree surgeon. It goes like that. Oh, what does it? Oh. Oh, bugger. Where's 42? Quick, before that dries. 42, come on. Before it dries, before it dries. Panic stations. Don't panic, Mr. Mannering. 42 is there. People are going to think I'm a lot older than I actually am with all of these bloody TV and movie quotes. Because Dad's Army is a little bit before my time. That's just going to go in there, isn't it? Yes, okay. Thank God for that. Then that goes on there. Like, fuck knows. I might have cocked that up. Well, isn't that supposed to go on there? Yes, it does go on there. I'd glued it too tight. Okay, so that needs to... Need a bit of glue on there and a bit on there and a bit on there. Slap it all over it. There we go. It's looking all right. Oh, that's a flamer. I just realised that's like the fuel pipes, the little bit with the flame, and then the liquid just 4 jets of flight. That's freaking awesome. Imagine that. It's lethal, mate. What kind of damage a 4 jet flamethrower could do. Yikes. Right, 43 and 54. I imagine they're going to be on this one. Let's try not to smack the camera. 43. There you are. 54. 54. Where are you? 54. Look like a little pot. Oh, there's 2. Oh, they go either side. Right, okay. Oh, these are very delicate as well. Okay. So 43. So if I'm looking at that, 43 goes like that and goes in there. Yeah, okay. Right. Oh, what happened there? How did that stick? Must have been a little bit of excess glue somewhere. Anyway, I want glue in there because that's the main part that it holds it on. There we go. Fits up nicely. So 54 goes in there and connects where? There? Yes, that looks right. So I want a little bit of glue on there. And a little bit in the hole. Don't even ask. Don't even ask where my mind's going with that sort of thing. Oh, come on, mate. Don't be like that. There we go. It's very delicate, very detailed. Stick a little bit in that. Oh. And a little bit on that. You know, sometimes when I'm doing these models, I'm just talking out loud, my mind. I'm not even really talking to the camera. So sometimes if my voice goes really quiet, that's because I'm thinking out loud, not talking out loud. That makes no sense, does it? Everybody talks out loud. I'm thinking out loud. Okay. That looks really cool. I like that. 47, 48. 47, 48. These wheels are really heavy. Hello. There they are at the top. 47. Let's have a dog here, look. I'm going to ban that dog from my room. $7.48. So I think that goes on there. Like that. Yeah. Okay. That's right, isn't it? Yeah. Okay. I feel like I shouldn't have. Oh no, it says glue it. Okay. So I need 61 and 110. 61 is there. Right, now before I do the next part, I want to make sure that this is glued in and it's not like looking at the ground or something when it's finished glue. I'm going to glue this in as quickly as possible. Because that would be tragic if it's like aiming too high or too low. You really don't want that, do you? Why is that not going in there? There we go. Yes, see, that would be too high. So I want it level like that. Or even, you know, just point it down a little bit. Because it will be on the top, won't it? I think. Is it going to go on there? I think, or is it going to go on the side there? I don't know. Spoiler alert. It goes over here. So we're going to want that pointing down slightly. So like that. Yes. Yeah. Um, 110. It's going to be right next to it, isn't it? Yeah. He's knocked his glue over. Well, how does that go on there? What? Oh, like that. Is that right? Okay. Yeah, I guess. Okay. I guess we'll slap a bit of glue in there as well. There we go. Oh, hold on just a minute. It's going to go there. Need to turn around. Oh, okay. Oh, that's pretty cool. Do I need to glue that? I don't really feel... Oh, shit. Oh, no. We've made a horrendous mistake. I can't get that back out. How do I get it back out? That would have if I unclipped it, wouldn't it? Okay. Woo! I panicked for a second there. We don't want that gluing. We do want that gluing, though. Why is that not sticking? You son of a bitch. Stick. Stay together. Right, I'm going to leave that out of there for now. It doesn't say stick it in just yet. It probably does right on the very next part of the next page, doesn't it? Oh, of course it does. But it does say don't glue it, because you're going to need to be turning this around, and that has got some wet glue under there, so I'm not going to be sticking that in just now. I'm going to leave that for a minute. And then it's saying put the wheels together, so I guess we'll put the wheels together. So what have we got? 81 and 82. Oh, okay, right, that's easy. So this is how they should be on the sprues. Right next to each other. So you can see them. Right next to each other. And you know, 81. Why is that not coming off? 81 goes with 82. These are right chunky boys, these. Yeah, these are right chunky boys. I'm just going to put that down there. So these just go together like that. There's no particular way to do them. They can just go any way. Okay. We'll slap some glue on there. There we go. That's one done. These I have to be quite aggressive with these. They're really not much room again to work with. One of these days, I feel like I'm going to catch my fingertip. Hopefully not. Size of them wheels. What's as big as them? What are they? Let's say average height 6 foot. Ah, damn. Pop. It's nice and easy, these. Right, last one. All these little, like, cog or blade type things. Where the hell they go? Right, that's the last wheel. What does it want me to do now? Neil wants me to build. Who's that? Is he the pilot? Is the gunner? Looks like a gunner of some description. Those are two different ones, aren't they? What is this guy? Anyway. 93. There. Uh, 95. Where you at now? 95's up here. Uh, 91 and 92 and 86. 91, 92 are there. Oh, cripes. nearly dropped them. So that's 91 and 92. And then finally was 86. Where's 86? It's the head. There it is. Alright, let's get this bad boy put together. Oh, we need 12 as well. I think 12s are on the other sprue. There it is. Might as well chop it all off. Oh, yikes. That was lucky. Hit the arm of my chair and bounced back onto my lap. I was about to fly off across the room. Okay, right, so we're going to want a little bit of glue on the torso. See a little bit, and then he puts loads on there. Loving life. Let's put his head on. Did that come out? I can't see. There we go. Daka. Oh, no, we don't want twisty head. We want you looking straight because you're on the vehicular, looking forward, shooting some imposters. Well, you're the imposters actually, aren't you? So we need 91 and 92. I'm going to struggle with these arms, I think. Because they have got to level. They've got to line up with that thing. So these. What's going on? Oh, they've got little. Oh, well, that would make them a little bit easier. The problem is I can't really see. So I think that's going to make them line up a little bit easier. If I don't knock stuff off everywhere. Yeah, if you notice, they've got this little nipple knob, maybe you want to call it. Goes in. Looks like it goes in a specific way. Or not. Yeah, okay. That looks like that goes on that. Bloody hell. And then they go, like that. Where the frig does he go? You will paint this sub-assembly separately, set it aside for now. Why do I think I will? What if I don't want to? What if I just want to put him... Where the frig does he go? I'm very confused. I would very much like to know where he goes. Spoiler alert. Excuse my language. Here it is. So he eventually goes over here. Oh! I see. Oh, the control goes on top of the railings like that. Well, not quite like... Oh, exactly like that, yeah. But that's weird, isn't it? So I guess he's the controller for the flamethrower. Why would I not just put him on now? I don't see what would be difficult. But anyway, okay, I'm not going to put it on now. I'll leave it off. That's what it says to do. That's what I will do. I don't want to make life more difficult for myself. Right, where was I? So that's that. Put these back. Let's get some order over here. We need 74, 70. We need 73, 74, 75, 76. Bring back the sprue. Oh. What are these dudes? Are they extra? Huh. Anyway. let's stick to the plan. What we got? What do we need? 73. Is there? $74 is the head, which is there. 75 is the torso. Um, 76 is the arm. Wait, did I already cut that off? No. Where is 76? You would have thought it would be here, but it's not. Of course it's not. There it is. It wasn't far away though, was it? So I can't complain too much. We also need 77, which is this one. What else do we need? 83. 83 is here. Um, 85, which is the gun there. $84. This. And 28. Which I don't see on there. 28. Down here. Right. That's all of the parts for that. Let's give those a little clean with the finger. Need to give them a proper clean, I think. Maybe a little bit of oil or something. Right, okay, so back to 75 and 73. Bit of a marathon sesh this one, guys. If you're still with me, appreciate it. I like to do these all in one video and I don't like clipping them too much. Especially if people are watching it because they're maybe struggling to put it together and they're thinking, well, how does this go together? Not that I'm any kind of professional, I'm just to point that out. I'm far from it. So that's going to be a little bit of glue there. Far from a professional. Absolute cowboy. I think that's going to go like that, isn't it? Yes, that clips in nicely. And then that's going to go in like... Yo, what? Jesus. I wish I was better. Oh, what have I done here? Yeah, we don't want those to glue together that quickly. We need to get that gun in there. Pronto. What? I've just glued the wrong part. Oh, no, I haven't. Shit. What goes on where? Oh, that goes on there. Does it? What? And then that goes on the top part, I think. There. Yes. Oh, I see. These bits here. Hands go between. Shit, I hope this isn't too late. Oh, it's getting there though. Wow. Yeah, that was don't do that. That was, oh god, let's come back out. Yeah, don't do what I just did. Make sure you glue those arms first. Otherwise you might struggle to get the gun in. Not gonna lie, there was a bit of panic there. These are not going together. What's occurring here? There's lots. It's very finicky. Why is that not gluing? Like that's not in. But if I push those together, then the arm comes away from the shoulder. That's a little bit irritating. Okay. So that needs to go. Little nub there. Like that. That was very, very delicate. Okay. That's also saying to paint that sub-assembly, so I think I'm going to balance that on there and hope it doesn't glue. Right, what's done that? So what would be next? Let's get some decorum, some order over here. 115. It's the face, the big front part. Ow! I just pinched my thumb. So that goes like that, right? Yes. Okay. So this is where we start to get all of these blade things that I was looking at earlier. So what we got? 69. Oh, yeah, because they couldn't have done it like in order, could they? 69, 72, 78. Sorry, 69, 72, 68, 71, 70. Why don't they just go 68, 69, 70, 71, 72? Why would you mix it up like that? That is. Yeah, that's pretty bonkers, if you ask me. So we're starting with 69 at the top, right? Yeah. 69, dude. So 69 at the top, then 72. So backwards. If I just put them in order, like they are in the magazine. So 68 next. And we're building 2 of these. Now 71 and then 70. Okay. That doesn't make any sense to me. But then again, you are very small. For a sec. I gotta stop with these movie quotes. Prizes for guessing each of them. There's no prize. Bragging rights. Okay. I don't know how these are going to go together. I guess in a very specific way. Oh, okay, like that. That's pretty straightforward, isn't it? You don't want to be gluing these wrong, though, do you? So that just goes in there like that. So those are little bits. Yeah, they're pretty straightforward. Little grooves and notches that will go into each other. They kind of only really go one way. I would have liked to have seen those blades. Oh, they are slightly not lined up. Okay. I'll shut my mouth then. Shut up your face. Okay, it's like a lot of effort for not much. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on just a minute. Let's make sure that that is... We need to make sure that that and that are facing the same way. Because there you go, in there like that. That would have been catastrophic. So yeah, there's a little tip for you. Make sure the little pack men or pack ladies are facing the same way so you can slide them in there like that. Imagine that coming at you with all the bloody rock grinding things and you just get mulched up. That would be a pretty shitty way to go. Oh, I nearly knocked glue over again. Well, I did knock glue over again. These are different numbers. What have I done? Oh, got the wrong ones out. So we need to go with 69 at the top again. So 69 at the top. 72. I wish there was like 3 on each of them. So what's that? 69, 72, 68. Uh, 71 and then 70. Interesting. Okay, now assemble those. These are really frustrating, these parts. Right, and then again, make sure that these bits line up at the bottom. So that's going to need to go on like that, right? Yes. Lovely. I don't think you can escape me, you little sneak. There we go, that's that one. Now there's loads of these little bits. What do we got? All over the place, the numbers. It's pretty much these things here, isn't it? So what we got? We've got 56, yes. 59. 112. 113. And 114 somewhere. Over here. These all go in those little grooves. I don't think it's really going to matter what ones they go in, though, is it? So I'm just going to plonk them in. Oh, wait, some of them are different sizes by the look of it. Oh, no. This... You really need some tweezers for this, I think. But I'm just going to try my best with this. Is that... No, it seems to work pretty well. It's not perfect, but I'm just doing a better job than my fingers would. My big fat fingers. I don't think that goes in there. I think that goes in there. That's a better fit. There we go. Now. Oh, that's what those other ones are for. They go across the bottom. So we've got 78 to the left. So let's cut 78 out first. Lonk. So 87 is next. That's this one. Uh, 65. Top one. 80, then 79. Yeah, I'm going to need to tidy these up a little bit, aren't I? Because that's mess. Right, okay. Shit, I've just messed them up. This one, I think. I mean, as long as these with the grooves are at the ends, it shouldn't matter too much. I did just lose track of that though, so... Oh, hello. Why won't that go on? There we go. Tidy that up a little bit. Yeah, okay, so as long as those two are at the ends, for it to slot in, it's not going to matter too much. Because at the end of the day, these are the bits that will hold it in to the frame. So then they should just go in there, like back, and you can see it coming through. Why is that not going through? There we go. Minor adjustment. There we go. All the way in. Is that all the way in or not? There we go. What's missing? The lights. So we've got 25, 116. 116, where are you? I think you're on this other sprue. No you're not. 25s are. Oh, there's 25 there. That's one of them anyway. Ah, there's the other one. So we've got two of those. That needs to be tidied up. Sorted. Tidy that one up as well. Lovely. So where is 116? Ah, here. So where does that go? So we've got to turn this around now. And it would seem that those lights go there. Okay. Let's make sure they're around the right way. Lovely. And then, and there. Ah, we need 36 as well. Now that was on the other, wasn't this one? Yes, there it is in the middle. Now that goes on there. What? Like that. Interesting. Okay. Slap some glue on the back. Mark that on there. Would help if I put it up the right way though, wouldn't it? So that way. There we go. Make sure that's all flush. What are these? So they go in there like that. Okay. Some of these parts, when you're putting them together, at first they don't seem like they make sense, but then, you know, I guess they do when it's all come together. So that doesn't look like it makes much sense to me, but it goes on the front. I guess it will make perfect sense. So that needs to go on there like that. Okay, so they're part of the frame. Right, okay. So, says don't glue it. Why not? Why would you not glue that? While the glue on the hull is still flexible, dry fit the drill dozer blade and apply gentle pressure to line up the mounting points perfectly. I mean... yeah, okay. I'm gluing it. I don't care what it says. I guess just to check it out, and because it does actually all mar up, it's okay to then stick the glue on. Anyway, that is really starting to come together now, isn't it? Look at that. That's pretty cool. Let's put the weapon on. Let's stick the flamethrower on. It's just going to go in there and twist around. Ta-da! Imagine that. These all grinding together as it's coming towards you, and then a flamethrower firing over the top of it at you. Just a fiery, mulched up mess of a what used to be a human or Xenos. Okay, that's that done. We're almost there, guys, you know. Did say I'm not going to put the wheels on yet. Might put them on, you know, just because I don't think you're going to need to get behind there too much. Once I sprayed it in there. I'm going to put them on. I don't think it's going to cause too many problems. And if it does cause problems, well, who's going to be looking in every little nook and cranny of the vehicle that you've put together? Nitpicking. Oh, you've not painted that bit. Well, if that's the kind of person that you're dealing with, I think you should probably just tell them to do one, personally. So that's that. So my man here with the machine gun goes in there, and that kind of clips over the top of that. So let's stick some glue on his stubs. the poor bloke. And let's make sure that that is mounted properly on there. I am loving this model. I really like this. And then we'll stick him on. Oh, we won't stick him on like that. We'll make sure he's properly attached there. Actually, I'm going to stick some glue on the soles of his feet as well, because there is some contact down there. There's not much, but there's enough. There's enough for it to stabilize him a bit better. And we're pretty much done there, aren't we? I don't think there's any more. Well, I certainly can't see any more anyway. There is a few little bits here though still, like, so like I've got these bodies here and heads, but I don't, they're not in the instructions. They're not in the image either. I don't know, maybe we'll do something with those, put them together. Maybe there's a couple of soldiers that go next to it. Also this gun here, I guess you can replace the other gun if you want to. I don't know. Yeah, that was a fun build to put together. I really enjoyed that. Let's take a minute to appreciate that. Let's give it a little. I wish I had one of those platforms I see people with that spins around, but I'll hold it up to the camera. You guys can have a little look. I'm dead chuffed with that. I really like that. I think it goes really well with the rest of these neophytes. You know, kind of standing out of the way as the big guy comes through. You know, they're ready for action, using it as a shield as they come running up. It's cover. It comes blasting through. Awesome. Another video, guys. Thanks for watching. If you're still here, appreciate you being here. If not, I appreciate you watching whatever you did, and you're probably not even hearing this message. So I'll see you on the next video. We're going to be opening the next combat patrol and see what they've got in store for us. Catch you later, guys. Thanks.